New feature available in Google Classroom for all teachers in Schuylkill Valley School District, and it's related to originality reports or check plagiarism. You may have noticed this on your assignments in Google Classroom for quite some time now, but just yesterday, December 9th, 2021, Michael Billman and I set up the school match classroom, and that involves setting up a hidden folder in shared drive that will store all submitted assignments. When you turn this check mark on, check plagiarism on any assignment, and this will happen for everybody in the organization, those student samples will be housed in that hidden folder. And then when you select this, it will check, as it always has, for web-based plagiarism, copying and pasting from websites, but also copying and pasting from other student work or work that may have been shared secretly in Google Drive. So let me show you what this looks like. So here's my assignment that I set up. I attached a document here. Basically, I want students to complete an essay, and every student gets a copy, and I turn on check plagiarism, and I save that, and it's distributed for all the students. All right, on the student side, this is what it's going to look like when you enable Originality reports. When I open this up as a student, I shared a document of my own original writing from years ago with each of these student accounts, and I copied, and I'm going to paste that in here. There it is. All right, so that's a copy and paste cheating example for students. And I'm going to click Turn In right there. Turn in. All right, I want to run an originality report on my own work. I can. I click Run. This students would have access to this. And it's running it right here. No matches found. Turn in. All right. So what's interesting here is Originality reports by default checks the web for matches. So if students are copying and pasting from the web, it'll catch it. But we just turned on the school match option. Student submitted work will be housed in that shared drive, and then it will search the web and also that shared drive folder for matches. So if a student copies somebody else's document that's shared in Drive, which you would never see in Classroom, and then they copy all that text and paste it onto an assignment, just like I've done here, you will be able to catch them. So we're going to see how it works on the teacher end in the next segment. Now, I, as the teacher, have assigned the essay. Students have completed it. 3 students have turned it in. This guy's a slacker. He hasn't done it yet. Now, all 3 of these are the identical document that I shared via Google Drive so that the teacher would not be aware that we students were cheating. So these are all identical submissions pretty much. So the way it works here is when you click on the student work, you'll see your normal student work here in the tab, but over here on the side, this is your originality report, your plagiarism check. Now notice here it says no flagged passages. That's because student was the original first submission. So Google Classroom had nothing to check that against. But once that was submitted, when the other students submitted, Schuylkill Valley High School TV studio, that guy's a known cheater. You'll notice right here it says 4 flagged passages. When I click on that, it's going to highlight everything that is identical to another student's submission in the past. And the only things that aren't highlighted are things I deleted on that original document just to see how accurate it was. So it gives you a count of the passages, but it also gives you a percentage here. 93% of this content is flagged as a duplicate of another student submission. All right, and then if I go back to middle school student, it has 2 flagged passages. And these are the exact ones that I copied and pasted as well. The interesting thing is, you can compare it to other students who've turned in this assignment for other classes or in the same class, and it'll highlight exactly what's copied in those documents for you. And then there's also an area down here for web matches, so you can see if they pulled something off a website, Wikipedia or SparkNotes or whatever, and then tried to pass the work off as their own, helping you determine if a student has plagiarized and if you need to have a follow-up conversation with them. I hope you find that helpful. I think it's really useful. If you have any questions or you need assistance, of course, let me know.